Yo, what's going on, friends? Cover the Reseller coming at you from Omaha, Nebraska. And in this video, I want to compare Mercari versus Depop. Which platform should you be selling on? I want to take you through, I have a list here, a few different pros and cons of each platform. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Starting with the overall brand, the overall feel of each platform. First off, Mercari. What is the vibe of Mercari? Mercari is what I like to call a mini eBay. You can sell anything on Mercari, as far as I know, for the most part, except for all the, illegal stuff. You don't want to be selling none of that. But Mercari, you can sell clothing, electronics, home goods, computers, phones, all that type of stuff. As compared to Depop, they used to let you sell electronics, but they're taking that away now, and they only want you to be selling clothes on Depop, and they mostly focus on vintage clothes or name brand clothes or streetwear, that type of stuff. So it does have its own niche, and if that's the type of stuff you want to sell, definitely I would lean towards Depop. They have a really strong community based around vintage, streetwear, name brand clothing items, as where Mercari is more general. You can sell anything on there, so it kind of gives you more flexibility in regards to what you can sell. And it also kind of feels like a mini garage sale, I would say, or like a Facebook marketplace when you're looking for stuff on there. It's kind of similar to that, but you can ship the items out to the buyers. And like I said, with Depop, it's more focused towards the buyers are more Gen Z or millennials. It's definitely a younger buyer base, and it makes it the cool place to shop. And because of that, sometimes you can sell items for more on Depop than what you can sell them for on Mercari. If you're selling vintage Levi's jeans or vintage Nike center swoosh t-shirts, whatever it may be, I think you could get more for those things on Depop as compared to Mercari. But that doesn't mean you can't get good prices on Mercari as well. And when you do sell things, a lot of people have questions about the fees. What are the fees on each of the platforms? And Mercari recently just changed their fee structure. So the fees, I believe, are exactly the same, if not super close to each other. There's a 10% selling fee on Depop, and then they have PayPal that they pay through as well, which is 2.9% plus 30 cents every transaction. So altogether, it comes out to be about 13%, and it's the same on Mercari now as well. It used to be 10%, I believe, but they went up to the 12.9% plus 30%, or plus 30 cents each transaction. So it's roughly 13%-ish on Mercari last time I checked. Make sure you look it up, but basically they even each other out. So when it comes to fees, you really don't need to worry about it. In terms of getting paid, there's a big difference. On Mercari, when you sell something, you ship it to the buyer gets the item, and then they rate the item 1 to 5 stars. And once they rate the item, your funds get released to you. Whereas on Depop, you don't have to wait. As soon as they buy it, that money goes to your PayPal balance right away. So that might make a difference for some people. If you want your money now and you want it fast, you probably are better off selling on Depop. But if you don't care and you can wait a little bit, you got to wait for your buyer to get the items, then you could sell on Mercari and you'll eventually get your money. If the buyer does not rate your item, it will automatically rate after 3 days and you'll get your money then. That's a big question I get all the time with Mercari, so I think that's important to bring that up. In regards to shipping your items, they both have similar options. So the easy number one option is you can either choose to use Mercari shipping or Depop shipping, where they will send you the shipping label. You just have to provide them with the item weight and the dimensions, and then they'll tell you how much those labels cost. Or you can elect to ship on your own, which is an option on both platforms, and that's what I use because most of the time it ends up being a lot cheaper to ship on your own as opposed to using their prepaid labels. And to do that, you need to either use paypal.com/shipnow or pirateship.com to buy labels and ship them out that way. It's not too complicated, but it's just an extra step, but it will save you money. So when it comes to shipping items, both platforms are fairly equal, I would say. Another thing with Mercari is they do not let you, as of now, they don't let you ship internationally. So that's kind of a bummer. But on Depop, they do let you ship internationally, which I think is really cool. And I've actually made a few international sales. That's not possible on Mercari right now. Hopefully they add it in the future. I don't know if they will, but hopefully they do. We'll see. And then on Depop, you got to be careful because you put in your international shipping cost. So you want to know how much it's going to cost to ship items. Usually if it's under £1, it'll cost around 20-ish bucks. If your item's over £1, it can cost anywhere from 25 to 30 bucks, even higher, depending on what you are shipping. And I don't know if I mentioned this before, but when you're getting paid from Mercari, you have to have a bank account with a account number and routing number, and they deposit the funds directly in your bank account. As our Depop, it's PayPal. So that's another thing to think about when getting paid. Both of the platforms have a really good buyer communication system. They're my favorites as compared to looking at different selling platforms such as Poshmark and eBay. I love how Depop and Mercari has it set up. They basically let you talk back and forth via a messaging system, kind of like texting back and forth or Facebook Messenger back and forth with buyers when they message you, or if you're messaging them, which is really cool. Makes it super easy to negotiate back and forth, talk about shipping details, international shipping details, trades, whatever you're interested in. They make it super easy. So both platforms are really good in that regard of communicating with your buyer. Depop kind of is cool because it's kind of based on being like a social media selling platform. So you can build up your followers. You can get featured on the Explore page. It looks like Instagram, kind of has Instagram DNA. As where Mercari, you can get followers, but it doesn't feel like a social media as much, even though it kind of is. You have followers. You're not going to get featured on Explore pages or anything like that. But if you really like social media and you know how to do that game, then Depop is the way to go for you. You can use Instagram, YouTube, whatever you want to build up your Depop store and reputation. And they like to push individuals on Depop. They do Meet My Seller events and they feature a bunch of different sellers on their Explore page. So they like embracing different sellers' personal brands. So if that's something you're into, Depop, I would definitely recommend for you. And the last thing I'll talk about is when you're doing listings on each platform, both are super easy, super simple to list on. I love them. They both offer the use of hashtags. Mercari, as of now, lets you use 3 hashtags, and Depop lets you use 5. So if you like using hashtags, Depop offers 2 more to use. The thing I dislike about Depop the most that I love about Mercari, because they just changed it. Mercari, you used to be able to only use 4 photos, and I believe it went to 8 photos, and now it's at 12 photos, and that's awesome. Sometimes I need to use all 12 photos, whether if it's for shoes, I want to show all the angles, the inside tag, the bottom, and some zoom in on some defects, or a jacket showing different defects off and stuff. You can use all 12 photos, which is great. On Depop, they only let you use 4 photos. Only 4, that sucks. So if you want to do every angle of the shoe, that's all you can do. You can't show the inside of the tag. Or if you have some defects you want to show off, you have to waste one of your 4 photos zooming in on there, or you could be showing off something else. But Depop does offer you the option of using a video where you can kind of video around the whole item if you want to. I don't do that because it takes too much time, but if that's something you're interested in, you definitely can do that. It's something to think about. And hopefully they add more photos in the future. I think they will. I just was on the virtual Depop Level Up event, and I did submit that question, and the hosts said they did not have any plans to update that in the future, but they're gonna move that on forward to the technical team. So Hopefully they will. We'll see. Stay tuned. But those are some of the key pros and cons of each platform I wanted to go through real quick. If you have any questions on either of the platforms, feel free to leave a comment in the comment section below. I'd be more than happy to answer those for you. If you enjoyed this video, smash that thumbs up button, make that thumbs up button go blue. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see more reselling content, and hit the notification bell if you want to be alerted when any more of my videos get posted. I really appreciate you guys watching. I'll catch you guys in the next video.